Chapter 2. The Survivor. The present. First of all, Bridget needed some clothes. She backed up the stairs, trying to make sure she didn't make any noise. She knew whoever had hurt Dee was still in the building, probably hurting Estelle. She looked through Dee's clothes hurriedly, grabbing a black velour hooch tracksuit. It was the only thing that went down further than the thighs and higher than the nipples. She crept down the stairs again. She could hear a man talking on the phone, with an accent she couldn't quite place.
"What do you mean it's not hair? There's 2 women here and 1 bloke dressed as a fucking baby. Yeah, one of them has black hair and the other is blonde. I sent you the pictures. Well, she's not here then, is she?" All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I'll find her. Don't worry, they're all dead. No one saw me. There's definitely no one else here. Okay. She peered through the crack in the door again. The man was in her bedroom, his shadowy figure facing away from her. She could see her mobile phone on the side table, right above where all her shoes were kept, but she couldn't go in. Slowly she backed away from the bedroom, back into the communal hallway. Her breathing was fast and erratic, but she tried to be quiet, tried not to disturb anything as she walked. She opened the sash window in the hallway, wincing at the slight sound, and ran quickly down the fire escape. The cold, wet metal was a shock to her feet. She was trying hard not to make noise on the rickety iron staircase. In places, the metal had completely eroded, so she had to be careful not to cut herself or put her foot through the steps. She ran down the side alley that was parallel to the back of the building, stopping at a yellow, road-gritting salt box. The weather had been mild enough lately that she hadn't needed to worry about it being disturbed for a while. Bridget opened the box and reached inside. She dug around, the sound of the dirty chunks of rock salt scraping against each other setting her teeth on edge. She felt the leather strap of her backpack between her fingers and tugged hard. The salt displaced with a crunch, making more noise than she'd anticipated. She shot a look behind her to make sure no one was there. She was alone. She opened the bag and checked the contents. A roll of banknotes, a phone, a Leatherman multi-tool, an emergency power pack, and a spare phone battery. The battery in the phone was dead, so she switched it to the spare. There wasn't a lot of battery left on the emergency one either. If this didn't qualify as an emergency, she didn't know what did. The only number on the phone was Sam's. She pressed the screen. Straight to answer phone. "Sam, it's Bridge. Where the hell are you? Are you in trouble? A man came into the house while I was using the shower upstairs. But when I came back down, they were all dead." She tried to keep the panic out of her voice, whispering furiously so as not to attract any attention. "I only saw Dee's body. I didn't see the others, but I heard him talking. It was me they were after. I didn't see who it was, though. He had a slight accent, I think, and he didn't sound young. But that's all I can tell you for now. I'm going to go to our meeting spot. Please be there." She checked over her shoulder, paused, and took a deep breath. There was a feeling in the pit of her stomach that told her she wouldn't be speaking to him for a while. "I love you, Sam." Bridget hung up, swinging the bag onto her back. She began walking towards the town centre, keeping one eye on a few drunks on the corner of the street. She wondered if they were who they appeared to be. Were they watching her? She surveyed the cars along the road, searching for a model more than 20 years old, as they were easier to get into. It was a long way to her usual meeting place with Sam. She needed a car. Her eyes landed on a J-Reg Vauxhall Cavalier. She dropped behind it and got to work, removing a paracord bow from the bag. Bridget kept one eye on the road as she worked, and ducked further down behind the car as she saw a man walking in her direction. She didn't have long. Her heart skipped a beat when she saw another, younger man emerge from the building behind him. The 2 men paused in the street, a few cars down from where she crouched. She could hear the rumble of raised voices as they began to argue. Now was her chance. She made a slipknot in the cord. She leveraged the door fraction with the Leatherman and slid the string through the space, moving it slowly from side to side with one hand either end of the string until the loop connected with the bobble on the plastic door lock. She pulled each end of the string until the knot was